up to date with all that's happening with the new national party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Another explosive celebration of cultural ecstasy has dawned upon us. One that every citizen, every visitor, and every nation has come to relish because of our unique carnival with its multiple diversity. I am Kemik DeGale, your 2018 reigning carnival queen. It has been a pleasure to share and embrace the warmth of your hearts. As we forge ahead to yet another immaculate experience, I invite you all to participate in the pinnacle of celebration on August 12th and 13th. Be amused by the traditional mass and kiddies carnival frolic. Come share in the harmonious sound of the steel pan, the sweet rhythms of the groovy, the frenzy of soca monarch, and the hard-biting lyrics of calypso. Majestic Thursday on August 8th will be a night that celebrates beauty and encapsulates women power. Oh yes, our famous World Juve noted for our jab jab, our electrifying display of light and mass on Monday night, and the showcase of picturesque fancy mass. Let's dig deep within our roots and cultural awareness and run with building another spectacular carnival.
Financial Action Task Force issues public statement on risk of doing business with the Democratic Republic of Korea and Iran. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Thursday, May 23rd, I am Rikisha St. Louis. The Financial Action Task Force has issued a statement advising entities to exercise watchful consideration when determining or establishing business relationships with individuals or legal persons from the Democratic Republic of Korea and Iran. A public advisory on the statement from the Office of the Anti-Money Laundering Commission in Grenada sets out actions to be taken and countermeasures to be implemented regarding foreign jurisdictions with anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing or anti-money laundering weaknesses that do not or insufficiently apply the anti-money laundering international standards. The measures include issuing advisories of the jurisdiction's non-compliance with the task force recommendations, including warning entities that are not regulated by the Commission that transactions with individuals or legal persons in the jurisdiction may run the risk of money laundering and terrorist financing. Other measures include limiting business relationships or financial transactions with the jurisdiction or persons within that jurisdiction and prohibiting an entity or professional from engaging in any kind of business relationship emanating from or relating to such jurisdiction. June 6, 2019 will see primary schools on mainland Grenada and Carriacou compete for the 2019 title, which has been held by St. Joseph's RC School. The semi-final rounds of competition was held on Thursday. NADMA's Public Relations Officer Oslin Crosby journeyed to one of the competitions at St. Theresa's RC School, where the defending champion secured their spot in the final round.
6 schools representing districts across the island, including the sister isle of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, will be competing on June 6th for the coveted title of NADMA's Primary School Quiz Champion at the Red Cross Conference Room. Schools in the districts of St. George, St. Andrew, St. Patrick. The western side, St. David and Carriacou, challenged each other on Thursday in the semi-final round of the competition. Choosing one of the 6 semi-final sessions to attend on Thursday, we took our cameras to the St. Theresa's RC School in Vincent, St. David, where the defending champion St. Joseph's RC came up against host school St. Theresa's RC. At the end of 6 rounds of questioning on 5 hazards and 1 general section, the defending champs showed their dominance and sealed their place in the final. Team member from St. Joseph's RC, Philon George, says they intend to successfully defend their title this year.
I feel excited.
What can we look forward to from your team at the final come the 6th of June?
We will try to win again and be the defending champion.
All right, so you want to successfully defend your title?
Yep.
Have you learned anything from today's quiz? Anything new would have popped up, a new question or so, and you might have learned something?
No, not really.
Not really. So you guys are adequately prepared?
Yeah.
Your teacher covered all the areas?
Yep.
What do you feel about the quiz? Do you think the quiz is a good thing for students like yourself as you participated today?
It will help children to learn how to prepare for disasters so when they can grow up into adults, they know what to do when hurricanes threaten Grenada.
Though they did not make it to the final, Yadid John from St. Theresa's RC said the quiz was a learning experience for him.
St. Theresa's RC did not make it onto the final, but you guys would have given keen competition. How do you feel about your performance today?
Glad?
You're happy about your performance?
That we are able to get more than the others.
You were able to answer most of your questions, even though you did not win today. Did you learn anything, though, from the quiz today? Were there any questions that you might not have been able to answer, but when you got the answer, then you learned something new? Was it a learning moment for you?
Yes.
What household substance may be used to purify water after a disaster? What household substance may be used to purify water after a disaster?
Bleach.
Bleach is correct. Within how many hours to landfall is a hurricane watch issued? Within how many hours to landfall is a hurricane watch issued? 48 hours is correct.
A final score, St. Joseph's RC 315 points to St. Theresa's 265. Reporting, I am Oslin Crosby.
Thank you, Oslin. This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
The excitement builds for the Grenada Music Festival 2019. 3 nights of pulsating live music and great food. The festival kicks off on Friday, June 7th with Rhythm and Soul featuring Freddie Jackson, Carrie Hilson, Eddie Bullen, Jefferson Ramirez and the Solid Band, and more. Saturday is Reggae Fest with performances by Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kamani Marley, and a special surprise guest. The festival climaxes on Sunday, June 9th with Soca Fusion featuring the All-Stars with Blacks and Teddyson John, Patrice Roberts, Was Ways, and many more. General admission Friday and Saturday $80. Sunday you pay only $60. Limited early bird, season pass, and VIP tickets now available at GoToFet.com. It's the most talked about event of the year, GMF 2019. June 7th to 9th. Get your tickets today.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell has welcomed news of imminent service improvements by telecommunications service provider Flow. At a meeting with the Prime Minister on Wednesday, the new Vice President of Cable and Wireless Communications for the Central Caribbean, Mr. Magnus Tunso, said the company has made a substantial investment in the mobile infrastructure and will be moving speedily to provide long-term evolution service across the country. In welcoming the company's plans to install a series of antennas over the next few weeks to facilitate high-speed data connections island-wide, Dr. Mitchell said once the improved service
let's have another beer. I'm a Grenadian Calypsonian passing through America. And homeboy, see that word foreigner? Man, it cut into me like knife.
Good morning to you, Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Once again, it is time for Hard Talk. My name is Sheldon Scott. No, Devon is still not in today. But we do have a guest in with us, and this guest is the earliest guest I ever had. This guest come early. Yeah. Good morning to you, the Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis. How are you doing?
Good morning, Sheldon. I'm good this morning, and let me say good morning to all our viewers online and our listeners via the different radio platforms. It is a pleasure to be here again.
All right. And how are the people of St. Andrew Northeast doing, as I was call them? Sane. S-A-N-E, Sane. How are the people of Sane doing?
Yes, the people of St. Andrew Northeast, I believe everyone is okay this morning.
Yeah, I heard there was a little incident up there this morning, though. I don't know if you got that information yet. On the Paradise Bridge. Of a truck that nearly went over the Paradise Bridge this morning.
No, I did not get that information as yet.
Yeah, I got that information listening to another program a little earlier. Someone calling about that. So that's one that you definitely had to check on as soon as you step outside.
So it means it recently happened.
It happened just this morning, yeah.
Because I left there about an hour ago.
Yeah, so it probably happened after that.
Okay.
Yeah. A truck on the Paradise Bridge because they were telling people to pass wrong and come through forward and that sort of thing. There's a backup of traffic. Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, the people are saying Andrew Northeast.
Yes, we are good.
Mm-hmm. How has it been? It's been about a year since you've been here on Hard Talk. How has it been? The last time we spoke to you, I think you were still Senator the Honorable Kate Lewis. And I said during that program, and Devon did repeat, that the next time we saw you in studio, it's going to be the Honorable Kate Skeeter Lewis. We ain't going to have no senator in front.
Sheldon, I believe you went too far back. I came in after that.
You came in after that?
Yes, I came in and we had a nice little chat about what's going on. But the past
year...
Oh,
yes, just recently.
Yes.
Yeah, true. What's wrong with me this morning?
Yes, but as I was saying, the past year has been a good one. I mean, it has its challenges, as you know, with everything else. But we have been working hard, doing our best to bring about benefits to our people. And we will continue to do just that.
All right. I see a major project being planned for your constituency. That is the Seamoon Cultural Center. Any updates in relation to that? I hear that some things start moving and some things start rolling.
Sheldon, we all must admit this project is long overdue. Mm-hmm. But we have to understand that sometimes the circumstances that present itself does not always allow us to have things done when we want it. But they always tell us again in God's timing. Mm-hmm. But I believe this is a time and this is going to happen from here on. Only last week, Wednesday, a team from a construction company, architects, engineers, and so we were at the site looking at redesigning the existing design that was there. The reason for the redesign, we want to maintain the traditional cultural center, incorporating technology as well as a climate-smart building. So we were at the site, the engineers, the architects, they have committed to have that new design ready in 3 weeks.
Nice.
Yeah.
So they're taking different things into consideration there. I have to ask the question, though. Are you all looking at access in and out, including the Paradise Bridge itself? Because especially if you're going to be having massive functions there.
Yes.
The flow of traffic when it comes is going to bottleneck at the bridge. Are you all looking at alternatives? I'm not saying that go and mash down the bridge, but I'm saying are you all looking at alternatives of how the traffic is going to flow?
We have not looked at that aspect, but we were looking at the parking aspect of it in terms of having parking maybe at the Pearls Strip, which is nearby, and also Progress Park. So you will not have, you will not have that, big mass of traffic preventing the smooth flow of traffic there.
Mm-hmm. Also, as you mentioned, Pearls. Any plans for Pearls? What's going on with Pearls?
Well, I
saw you do a nice project there the other day.
We have started that project by the airplanes there. We are going to continue to develop it into a tourism attraction site. Mm-hmm. What we have done already is build some gazebos that persons, when they come in, they can sit and enjoy the scenery rather than just walking aimlessly. When if it rains, they can sit comfortably there. But we are going to also cater for children's playground, because the schools can come and visit. They can look at the historic planes that are there. And, so the children can be knowledgeable about Paul's Estuary being the first international airport for Grenada. And we will continue to develop it there.
It's also the only place in the English-speaking Caribbean that you can find an aircraft with the marking CCCP. The old name or the old acronym for the, I'm going to say the Russian, but the Soviet Union.
Yeah.
That's the only place in the English-speaking
Yes.
Caribbean you could find a plane with those markings. Maybe at the the markings are a little brighter.
Yes.
But the only place we could find the markings with that on it.
Yes, definitely. And as I said, we want to maintain that historic nature and to promote it as a tourism attraction site. The tourists, they already come there. But when they come, we want to give them, something more that they can do to attract more tourists to that area. And also, it is an employment opportunity for persons within the area.
Okay. Because we see as well that there are the Carib artifacts that are found in that area as well. So for the Cambrian, they call them, or Colombian people, it is an important area as well. And yesterday, when we were speaking to our Minister of Tourism, she was mentioning the importance of the community tourism. So we see that you're focusing heavily
on community
tourism.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, folks. So remember, we're speaking with the Honourable Kate Skeeter Lewis. She's the Member of Parliament for St. Andrew North East. And we're going over to the next one now. We're going on the ministry side.
Yes.
First, before we say anything else, I wanted to get a little bit on the constituency first, because we're flowing with speed this morning.
No, we're taking our time, don't worry.
Before we go over to the ministry side, constituency-wise, what are some of the other projects that you have that are on stream or upcoming? I know that you're always on your bicycle and all kind of things through the constituency when you get the chance and so on, and you're always here. People in our home mothers always say the senior, so we know you're up and down. What are some of the projects that are coming up?
Let me first of all enlighten the people about the current programs happening in terms of the La Potre playing field. I wanted to give an update on that, because this is a project that would have started about a year and a half ago, and persons are wondering when it's going to be completed. But whenever we do something, we want to ensure that it is done properly to a high quality standard there. And as it is now, we are in the preparation stage for construction of the bleachers. So the back wall has been completed, and we are now preparing for the construction of the bleachers. Meanwhile, the cricket pitch and so has been prepared, so that in the upcoming cricket season, the players from La Potre and Tivoli and so can use the playing field for that. So work is ongoing, it has not stopped, and that we just wanted to update the people as to what is happening with that. We also have ongoing a few infrastructural development programs, road construction, drains, the slipper drains, the box drain, and that is happening in different communities across the constituency. We have the bathroom and toilet program, a very important program, because we believe that if we want to upgrade, improve the living standards of our people, we need to move away from what was used traditionally. We have started with the elderly citizens. We say elderly and also persons of disability who will have problems, getting to what was done or used traditionally. So this program is also ongoing, and this, I believe, is a very good program. The housing program, again, this is one of the program that is creating a lot of challenges because of the high demand. And we want persons to understand that the demand is high, and we are working with limited resources. So based on the request, everybody may not be satisfied in the time in which they hope to do so. But we continue to work to ensure that we fix the worst cases first, and we do it in a fair and equal way, equitable way, so that persons can receive the benefits that they deserve. And The other programs are ongoing, but what I want to focus is also in the coming year, human resource development for the constituency, because I believe when you develop your human resource, your capacity increases and persons can access the different jobs that are available out there. And I share job vacancies every day, yet you would still have some persons looking for jobs and they are unable to fill some of the vacancies, and it is because of they lack maybe the skill or the knowledge required to complete those jobs. So one of the focus I want to look at there is human resource development.
So that kind of goes along the line of what happened last week, Saturday. And we here on Hard Talk want to officially face-to-face congratulate you on your graduation from the St. George University.
Yes.
We have no idea how you do it. How you were able to, one, sit in the Senate, run an election campaign, win that election campaign, become a government minister, still have your personal and family obligations, and your ministerial obligations, your cabinet obligations, your parliamentary obligations, your constituency obligations, and still successfully complete a master's, not bachelor's, a master's program. Maybe you ought to give a little something to some people out there. Just tell them, how do you do that?
Yes. First of all, it's by God's grace. I always have to give thanks and praise to God for allowing me to be able to manage all that. It has been one of the toughest challenge I have taken on thus far, considering everything, as you explained, that I have been engaged in. But in life, what I realize, when you want to succeed, you make sacrifice. So, as I said to people, it required sleepless nights. As we say, we burn the midnight oil. When persons sleep comfortably at night, sometime I'm up getting the work done, because as you will not understand that you're a minister of government and you have a constituency to run, you have your assignments to do, you have your classes to attend, and that is what they are concerned about. So I was able to manage everything. As I said, it was a result of sacrifice, commitment to the cause, and I'm very happy that I was able to complete successfully. I'm also happy that, as the Minister of Youth, that I can lead from the front and lead by example, because I want to encourage all our young persons that life is not easy, and if you want to succeed, you must work hard, you must make sacrifices, and this is what I just did.
And we'd like to say a special good morning to our online listeners. Kimran, good morning to you. Kimran Korean.
Yes.
Good morning to you, bro. Kathleen. Neil. Neil is asking if they'll have a new Paradise Bridge. Neil, we will talk about that one. You want a new Paradise
Bridge. We have to maintain what we have.
It's
maybe
historical.
what we need to do, upgrade it so that, the quality can remain and we do not have any trouble on that bridge. But there will not be a new Paradise Bridge.
Yeah.
We have to maintain it. Yes.
It's sort of, people want to see it.
Yes. It's over 200 years old,
Yeah. Yeah, just like people want to see Sandal Tunnel, they want to see Paradise Bridge.
Yes.
Yeah. So maybe our next bridge, but not a new Paradise Bridge. The bridge alone, eh? Nice. All right, Papa. So we've spoken about your graduation last week, but one of the most telling things was that at the same time that you were graduating with your master's degree, you had a member of staff that was graduating also, at the same time. And you also had some 21 Imani trainees in areas, they got their bachelor's degrees in
fields,
nursing, biology, business studies, and so on. So you had a wide range of Imani trainees graduating. How did you feel? I mean, apart from you yourself knowing all the sleepless nights, well, they're not over, but that group of sleepless nights is over. That you're seeing all these young people in a program that you're in charge of, and here they are graduating. How did you feel?
It was an amazing feeling, Sheldon. First of all, I remember when I got into the ministry, I encouraged all the staff there. I said, if we have to deal with young people and prepare them for the future, we ourselves have to be able to do so. We have to lead by example. So it was a good feeling to know staff members are also taking on the opportunity to upgrade themselves at that level. Our Imani trainees, I'm so happy that, the Imani program is bringing about so much benefits to our young people. And what happened Saturday is just a few of the testimonies that can come from the Imani program. The scholarship aspect, if you listen to the trainees, they will tell you, without the Imani program, they do not know if they would have received that opportunity to upgrade themselves and elevate themselves at that level. So I'm just happy that, within the Ministry of Youth Development, we have all these programs aimed at empowering our youth. Remember, we always say the youth are the future. So we have a responsibility to ensure that they are properly equipped to take over when we are no longer there, and they are able to do so in the best way. We want to have a sustainable Grenada, and we must invest heavily in our youth. So it was, a wonderful feeling knowing that we have our trainees, taking up the mantle to elevate themselves.
Because the general impression from since restarting the Imani program in 2013, a lot of people feel these are for young people that are failures. They think it's unintelligent young people. They think it's a waste of a time program. That's some of the things that you have our political opponents out there saying about the Imani and the Imani program. And you don't hear them praising these young people, these 21 young people. And in fact, the 81 or so, I believe it is, 84, in total, 84 that are involved in the program generally, who are studying now in China.
Yeah.
From the Imani program, studying in China. I'm studying in Cuba, in Texas, in MSU, in Manhattan, in other places. All of these trainees that are out there studying right now.
Yes, and what we have to do, we have a mandate to ensure that our young people are properly empowered for the future. The Imani program is one of our flagship programs. It is a very dynamic program. We ensure that the young people, they receive training opportunities in a variety of areas. We encourage them to take on the scholarship opportunities. And of course, some of them have problems, and that is why we have the social care unit, because the social care unit now is going to help them to deal with their problems.
So stick a pin there. I thought you just said you have a social care unit.
Yes.
Within the Imani program.
Yes.
Before you go further, give us a little roundup, because that one, to me, it's like it's new to my ears.
Okay.
So give us a little roundup on the social care unit. What's the focus of that particular unit?
Okay, the social care unit was established about 1 year now, a year and a few months ago. So the unit, we realized that we have some of our trainees, they are not complying to the rules of the program. And it is because of some of the challenges they face on a daily basis. Life is hard, and it's not everybody that will be able to deal with it. So the social care unit was developed as a result of that. So we provide counseling to some of our trainees based on requests of supervisors and so. Trainees who might have problems with punctuality, attending the job sites, or maybe attendance problems. So we provide counseling, we provide career guidance within the social care unit. And Sheldon, maybe you need to visit the youth center and look at the room in which we house these trainees to receive their counseling and so. And that social care unit also caters for our empower participants who have that same problems or behavioral issues. And we can say safely here that this social care unit has been able to help a lot of our trainees who were on the verge of breakdowns and so. So it is a very important unit. We are dealing with young people who face challenges every day, who come from backgrounds, that may not have been the best. They are engaged in the program, and we do not want any failures. So we have to cater for everyone and the different things that they come with. So that is why we have the social care unit, and so far it has been doing good. I need to big up Miss Nichols, who is in charge of that social care unit, doing an excellent job.
No, you've mentioned that aspect of it, but we realize there's also a heavy focus now and continuing with youth in business.
Yes.
We've seen you all open that component recently.
Yes, WeiVybz.
And give us a little bit on that. You recently opened a center in St. Mark. The MP yesterday, she was proud because she could say, what's the first center opened by me, Yes. So tell us a little bit about what's taking place with Youth Biz.
So what we did, first of all, is to rebrand the Grenada Youth Enterprise Initiative into WeiVybz, making it a more appealing and more attractive business opportunity for our young people. So it is not new that we are bringing about entrepreneurship activities for our young people. What is new now is creating the business hubs, the business support center, and we will be doing so across different parishes in Grenada. And we started in St. Mark. So St. Mark's, yes, they have benefited receiving the first business hub, and this business hub will cater for the people of St. Patrick as well as St. John's together with St. Mark. And the aim here is to create, increase entrepreneurial activities within those rural areas, rural communities. We want our young people to transform their lives by entrepreneurship. We do not only want to create a youth population that is dependent on jobs. We want them to establish their own jobs for themselves through small businesses and even employ others. So rather we creating only employees, we can create employers who can now employ other persons. So there is a strong, we are increasing business activities within these areas, rural communities first. The second one would be in Carriacou, and we are doing our best to ensure by June we can launch the second business support center there. Then we'll have the other one in St. Andrew. But this is important, Sheldon, because we want to increase entrepreneurial activities within rural communities.
Now, that is an area that's very important because you look at, okay, you have 84 young persons involved right now pursuing their bachelor's degree and scholarship and that sort of thing.
Bachelor's and master's. We do have some of them doing masters.
Wow. So you have those persons from Imani actually doing master's degrees right now.
Yeah.
Right. And when you look at that, when they finish, do we expect all of them to just go and look for a job in town? Go and check Huggins or Hubbard's or one of the bigger companies and say we're looking for a job? Or, in some instances, create their own employment.
Yes, and that is what we're looking at, using the knowledge, the skills that they have acquired to come and set up their own businesses. Of course, the WeiVybz is going to help them to start in terms of the providing the startup capital. 25,000 is accessible by our young people to start their businesses.
What's the interest rate on that?
None. Zero.
Zero interest rate? Papa, I think I'm going and change my birth
paper. You just have to pay back the initial capital. And we have to do that because we want our young people to be businessmen and women out there. We know that the importance of business towards the economic development of our country, and we will continue to invest at that level, know.
Well, one of the main things over the years that young people have been complaining about is that you have to have a business plan. They don't understand the components of a business plan, how to put it together.
Yes.
They don't have equity. They don't have land. They don't have own property. They don't own, in some instances, they don't even own the vehicle. They don't have that amount of money in the bank because they would not be coming to you for it if they had it.
Yes.
So this is helping them in all of those areas.
In all of those areas because they will be assisted in creating their business plans. Right now we have 18 persons at the Business Support Center in St. Mark, and they are being trained on how to create a business plan. They are being assisted in creating that business plan. So what would happen at the end, they will present it now. Just like how you have Shark Tank, they will be presenting it to a panel, doing their pitch. They will pitch it, the ideas and so. And we will take it from there in ensuring that they can start these businesses.
I remember the minister have a master's in businesses, so you had to come good.
Yes.
They had to come good. And just in case they decide that they don't want to go after the 25,000 under the ministry, at least they have the business plan developed.
Yes, they can take it anywhere, any financial institution,
commercial bank, and so on. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of times the focus has been on young people leaving the school system and going and walk around town and send out drop-off letters, CVs, and so looking for a job.
Yes, we are changing that.
Yeah, we definitely. Through your work that you've done at the St. Joseph's Convent, St. Andrew, the reigning interculture champions.
Yes, for 2 years.
Still the reigning interculture. You can't top that. 2 years. They're still reigning interculture champions. We're looking at that for years to happen, and it happened finally. Anyhow, even with that, being the situation right now, I know I lost my train of thought there. But you've been the Junior Achievement Program. So you have been working along that line anyway
for many years.
Over the years. Yeah. And for those of you, she's been involved in youth work a lot of years. I have photographic and video evidence that I found the other day. So one of these days I'm going to share it with you and the general public so that they can know.
I think by now people understand. For those who pretended not to remember, I think I would have done well to jog back them memories.
So we also have, you also have quite a few Imani trainees now, and you may find we keep mentioning Imani because that's one of the programs, but there are others.
Remember, we have the Empower program, and the Ministry of Youth is not only about the Imani program. The Imani is one of our flagship programs that caters to most of our young people. However, we have other programs ongoing. Remember last year we launched the Empower program for our young men. These are young men who have been on the blocks, been in conflict with the law, and they are just there. So we know that we need to create gender equality.
How many young men you have under the Empower now, roughly?
500
young men under the Empower program right now?
Yes.
But we don't hear about them. All you need to call, the young men themselves, not the ministry now. The young men, you all need to talk out and say, I'm involved in this program.
Yes.
And it is doing this for me, because what are some of the areas they're doing their training in? How are you empowering these young men? So what are some of the areas, the fields that these young men are working in?
Okay, so we would have started off, of course, with the life skills aspect, because it is very important that they understand their own personality, the behavioral problems that they have been involved in. We will have to change that. So the life skill definitely was very important. Now they are hands-on. They are doing hands-on training at various business sites. But we have some of those who are pursuing their CVQs in carefully selected areas, land sovereign. And we know this is very important now because the issues we have with land. So some of them doing the CVQ in land sovereign, heavy machinery, maintenance, general construction. I mean, we could never get away from construction with all this hotel development that is taking place. We also have some of them doing music therapy with Edsel Mitchell Ajamo. So, and he took them from scratch. So as he said, he wanted them to be producers, songwriters, and so on. And they are in all other fields.
So you actually have young men who otherwise they would have been sitting on the block right now.
Yeah.
Probably rolling a joint.
Maybe.
Probably drinking rum.
Yes.
Or probably planning how to go in and get in trouble for the day.
Yeah.
You've taken them off the blocks now and you said to them, nah, you're watching land, we're going and teach you how to survey land.
Yes.
You're seeing tractors passing, we're going to teach you how to drive it and how to fix it.
How to maintain it, yeah.
You want to learn about music, and so you find you like music? We're sending you by Ajamo, the music man himself. Learn how to read and write music and produce and that sort of thing. So not the areas to just say, well, okay, you're going to go into the program and then you go as a clerk in a business place or some kind of thing. But tangible areas that they can even branch off into.
Yes, and also to mention, we have a group of them who is doing aviation at the Maurice Bishop International Airport. So
you're joking, Minister. Come on, Minister. Yeah, young fellas doing aviation too?
Yes, so they are training them, and the hope is to keep them after. Once they perform, once they have good attitude, they will be kept, yes.
Wow. And those are 500 young men from all parts of Grenada?
Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
So Carriacou and Petit Martinique
involved.
Because that's what I was going on.
Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique.
Are bad for them too. Well,
across every constituency.
I forget you are Carriacou. I nearly go to say I'm bad for Carriacou.
No, well, I have family there, so.
Recently we saw a group even going down to Trinidad to do some training in some nautical area.
Yes, safety at sea training.
Safety at sea training.
Yes, safety at sea for seafarers and so.
So these guys can then get jobs on some of the freighters and the bigger ships and that sort of thing?
Yes, we had 25 of them, 15 from Carriacou and Petit Martinique, and they received the certificates came in, they did that training during the Easter vacation, that is when they left, so they sacrificed, knowing the importance of it. They were not in Grenada partying away for Easter, they were in Trinidad, and they were receiving that training there in safety at sea.
So all of them have gotten their certification now?
We receive it at the ministry. What we're planning to do is to have a short ceremony to officially hand it over to them.
All right, so Osprey Lines, in case all you're looking, check the ministry. They have guys that now certified.
Yes.
What's the name of the other boat again? The Dolly C. Yeah, in case you're looking for guys, you now have certified fellas. And our friends in St. Vincent listening, Bakeway and Union Island and so on, you have guys that's certified. Any ladies in this group? I know there have been ladies before.
No,
Any ladies in
only
this group?
men this time.
Only men this time?
Yes.
Ladies, I'll let us step up, eh? Don't leave it
Yes.
up to the Williams family and Petit Martinique alone. I'll let us step up. All right? Yes, indeed. So all of these areas that are young men, and this is not Imani, this is Empower program.
Manpower.
Yeah, a separate program
Yes.
that you've seen these young people being trained in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's absolutely wonderful, Minister.
Yes.
You've mentioned the Empower program, the Youth Biz.
Mm-hmm.
Recently, we saw the first sitting for a while of the Youth Parliament.
Yes,
Yeah.
and the second sitting will take place in June 14. June 14. But what is also happening would be the Parish Youth Parliament. And the first Parish Youth Parliament would be at St. Andrew on June 6. St. David, St. Patrick, St. Max, they have already started their training for their Parish Youth Parliament.
Okay, so you're having the Parish Youth Parliaments, and meanwhile you're having a second sitting
of the National Youth Parliament. Yes.
And folks, I'd like to encourage all of you in the different areas to come on out and support the youth when they have the Parish Youth Parliaments, especially.
Yes.
It's important for you to come on out and support them.
Yes, and this is very important because, as we say, we have to prepare our youth to be our future leaders. So they are getting the opportunity to understand parliamentary proceedings and everything. I myself was a product of the National Youth Parliament, so I understand the importance of all these things. So
yourself, Emlyn Fair, former Senator Devon Romain,
yes.
Senator
So,
Judd Cadet, Senator Katisha Williams.
yes.
And the list could go a little longer than that, but
Yeah.
a lot of individuals have been through the Youth
Yes,
Parliament.
definitely.
Yeah.
And look where we are today. So we need to give our young people the same opportunity to climb the ladder of success.
Yes, indeed. Folks, we're going to open the phone lines because Minister is not here with us for very, very, very long today. We're going to open the phone lines in case you want to call in. 440-7377, and for those of you overseas who want to call in, 347-329-3101. Ian Edwards, yeah, I see you in the house in truth, man. Betty James, good morning to you. Taiti, morning, and Marissa, Louisa, good morning to each and every one of you. A lot of individuals, they've heard now of the trainees in Imani that are down at SGU.
Yeah.
But they haven't heard that there are quite a few at TAMCC as well.
Oh,
I
yes,
realize the last few years we've been seeing some graduating.
And there will be about 11 of them will be graduating this year from TAMCC. That's in the next 2 months. That's July there.
Yeah.
Yes. So we do have our trainees. I mean, it is important. People need to understand the depths of what Imani has done for our young people. We have we have teachers, we have principals. They would tell you they started with the Imani program. As I mentioned on another program during this week, when I went to Silver Sands to have a meeting, and they were proud to say that one of their best chefs now came in, from experience as an Imani personnel. And after 2 months, they were promoted to the top. And that is because of the training they would have received under the Imani program.
Nice.
So we have our trainees who are excelling. They are moving on to permanent employment and so on, doing well. So despite the little challenges, the benefits outweigh the challenges or whatever, some people want to focus on. But we are going to focus on the positives. We are going to continue to make that investment and that opportunity available to our young people. Those who maybe want to exploit it, we will not give them that opportunity.
But a lot of it has to do with the individual. Whether you're in Power, you're in Youth Biz, you're in Imani, whether you're in none of the programs but in your own light, a lot of it has to do with you, the individual.
Yes.
You can blame the government as much as possible, but it's you, the individual, to make up your mind that you want to succeed.
Yes. Success starts with you, the individual. Change, you want to change your lifestyle, you want to change how things are going with your life, it begins with you. And people must understand that. As a government, we can create the enabling environment, but you have to embrace it and make the best of all the opportunities presented. I say to young people, seek out the opportunities. You want to succeed, you have to go after it. Success wouldn't just come and meet you, but you must develop that passion and will to succeed. And it starts with you. It depends on the individual.
All right. We have a caller online. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Scott.
Hey, morning. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, man.
All right, man. I make out the voice.
Good morning to my minister.
Yes, Ian. Good morning.
Well, Mr. Scott, first of all, I really want to applaud or congratulate Mr. Lewis on her achievement, graduation recently. Of course, she did well. I know at some point in time it was really tough for her, but she stood the test of time. In a time when she had a constituency to look after, and then a number of deaths in her family, number of deaths within the constituency, which of course she had to visit here, there, and everywhere. And of course she did all that and still continuing her studies, of course, and did so very well. So I really, really need to commend her, because I know in the past weeks leading up to the graduation, as I said, it was very, very rough for her. But of course, with God on her side, and she persevered and she did well. So again, I just want to commend Minister Lewis on that. And also, I would like to commend her so far on the work that have been done within the constituency. Because as you always say, and you know, we meet and so on, she's doing a fantastic job. We believe that while, you know, as I said, Sheldon, as I always say, you send your child to school, and of course, even if the child comes first, you will see on the report book, there is room for improvement. So as we always say, there is room for improvement. Rome wasn't built in a day, but I believe that she continues to do well. She means well. And of course, I am 1 year into the politics, basically, still in the learning process, but I really need to commend her. And of course, in St. Andrew Northeast, and as the minister, I know she's very happy, like I am. We have members on the 15th cricket year now. We have a young man from La Poche, and I think one from Dunfermline. In fact, if I'm subject to correction here, but we have 2 picks on the West Indies on the 15th team, and I think both of them are from St. Andrew Northeast, in which, of course, the minister, all of us, we are very proud, and we like to commend or congratulate both young men. So again, Minister, congratulations to you, and continue to do your best. Thank you.
Yes, and thank you very much, Ian. Thank you for the motivation and the inspiration to go on. As I say, I always say to them, I cannot do it alone. I depend on them heavily to assist me so that we can continue to achieve together. And yes, I'm happy that he raised the 2 young men who have made the West Indies on the 15th team, one from La Poche and one from Dunfermline, of course, both from St. Andrew Northeast. And we are very proud. We are very proud. And I spoke to the mother from the one from La Poche last Sunday while we were doing meet and greet in the area. And as I told her, we are going to support the family in every way possible.
All right. I think we have another caller. No, it seems as though I lost that call. Yeah, folks, 440737. So I say we have limited time with the minister this morning. Yeah, she knows how to manage her time. That's how she could do all that she's doing. We have a caller. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Scott.
Hey, man, we are calling my program for, man. Morning, sir.
Good morning. And good morning to you, Minister Kate.
That's Devon.
Yes, indeed.
Hi, Devon. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Well, I'm sorry I'm not there to face to face to throw in a question, but one concern or some more information that I will need. Couple of months ago, or perhaps a year ago, I know the 4 parliamentary representatives from St. Andrews have embarked on what I would call a sort of unity event when it comes to St. Andrews, right? And so I don't know if you can elaborate some more about that for me, and if you have any information when it comes to SEDU, right? If the parliamentary representatives are taking a more active role in the whole organization of St. Andrews Committee and so, So I don't know if you want to elaborate on it, or if any plans, anything like you want to share. Thank you very much.
All right, bro.
Yes, certainly.
All right.
I would provide a little bit of information as to what is happening now. So as MPs for St. Andrew, we decided that we need to work together to bring about development to the parish of St. Andrew. And we have formed the St. Andrew Council for Development. To date, all the persons have been selected, the chair being Mr. Claude Douglas from Paradise, and we have separated the committee in different subcommittees, and I know they have the terms of reference for each committee has been developed already, and they are meeting. In everything you do, it requires serious planning. So we are in the planning phase. So the planning is taking place right now before you can see the execution or the implementation of the different ideas and of programs and projects that will certainly follow. As it relates to SEDO, we met with the president, the president of CEDU, and we met with them to let them know that we will be taking a more active role to ensure that the different programs that CEDU organizes would be more successful. And I know today they have the launch of the Rainbow City Festival. That again, we believe, we need to play a more active role there. So we have been in conversation with the management of CEDU.
All right, wonderful. So we look forward to seeing a slight improvement in relation to Rainbow City this year.
Yes.
You didn't just go from 0 right up the road to 100. It must take it incrementally.
Yes, incrementally.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, 440-7377. You all had to call and ask your question quick. Yes, because the minister has to leave in a short while. You spend another little 5 minutes with us and then you can go?
I'm here, yeah.
Nice,
yeah,
all right.
I'll give an extra 5 minutes.
Yes, but we spoke about the youth. We didn't speak about the other areas.
Before we move, we have some other programs within the ministry that I think needs highlighting, especially the program at Her Majesty's Prison, Project Reach, because we do have young people at the prison and they too are our responsibility. And Project Reach is a rehabilitation project that has been sponsored by the Caribbean Development Bank as part of the Aspire project. They have already completed the life skill component. We are in the 3rd cohort of the program, and right now they are involved in skills training in crop production, poultry production, and general construction. Also small machine maintenance.
Okay, so we have that program going on. We have a call online. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, sir.
And good morning to Minister Lewis.
Good morning,
in the
sir.
interest of time, let me go straight to it. Well, Mr. Lewis, Minister Lewis, congratulations on your recent achievements.
Thank you.
Now, the question, I have 2 questions for you, ma'am. Are you satisfied that the programs geared towards developing our young human resources is working? That's one. And the next question is, Paradise, Chocolate City, Simone, as a community have given this country some extraordinary talented individuals in every aspect. Are you under pressure to deliver as a result of the quality of individuals that has come from your area? Thank you and have a pleasant weekend.
Yes, we are satisfied with the different programs that we have been implementing within the Ministry of Youth Development for our young people. And the result is there. The results are there to show. For example, we just spoke about the success of the Imani program in terms of our trainees graduating from SU with bachelor's degree. This is just one example of how satisfied we are. We acknowledge there are challenges and there always would be things that needs to fix as we go along as things changes, and we will continue to do just that. Of course, I admit that Paradise, Simon, the Cocoa, as a chocolate city, as we call it, we don't no longer say the Cocoa in a chocolate city because we are more modernized. You understand? It is not a challenge because persons are working with me to bring about development. So it is not a challenge, but it is more a partnership within the area of Paradise, Simon there.
Wonderful. I think we have a caller online. Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, Mr. Scott.
Morning, my dear.
And good morning to Minister Faith. Good morning.
Morning, Karen.
How are you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
Sheldon?
Yes, my dear.
Well, I'm just calling to say good morning to the Minister. And congratulations to her and to the young people in Grenada. What you all is doing for the young people. As a grandmother and a mother, I feel very happy. And I want to ask you to you all continue doing the right thing to help these young people in Grenada. I feel proud to see the people get the award from the School of Medicine. The world is looking at that. So my advice, continue working with the people and continue working with the poor people of this country. And despite any weaknesses, we are weak people and has got for strength. And continue to help the poor people in this country as young people, But don't forget the old people like me. Don't forget the things about the young, yes. Don't forget the old people like me. And Sheldon,
yes, my love.
Before I leave this morning, good morning to Patty and Mr. Watts and everybody. All who, because I'm saying good morning, I can't stay long. Sheldon, a man come and stick up a flag right over Milka Place there to provoke me this morning.
I see a big.
I send it for you.
I see a big NDC flag.
I'm not making no water. Good morning to everybody and have a blessed weekend. Miss Kate, have a blessed weekend. All right, bye bye. And Devon, everybody.
Thank you very much, Kami. Thank you very much.
Yeah, me. I'll talk to you after. But yeah, here it is that when you travel, I know you don't like to, but when you have to travel, because some people feel this thing does be nice thing, they realize it's tight that it was they have to travel. But when you travel, what are you hearing from some of the other ministers when they hear what Grenada is doing and what Grenada's program is? Whether it's Project Strong, I think we had a team from one of the islands here a couple months ago looking at Project Strong, or whether it's looking at Imani itself and how they can incorporate parts of that. What are you hearing from some of your colleague ministers?
Yes, well, what always happens is that they are complimenting us on what we do. And they always ask, how do we get, to do it? How do we do it? Because it is a challenge. The problems that you see existing in Grenada, Sheldon, among young people, the problems are the same everywhere you go. So we come up with programs to deal with it, and they want to adopt some of these programs. So they are always high in praise, and they ask about it. We also find out what they do to see if there might be something we can adopt as well, and that's what happens.
Wonderful. I think we have a caller.
Yeah, good morning, Sheldon.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kit.
Hi, good morning.
Kit, I want to congratulate you on being successful in you receiving your master degree, right? And you continue to demonstrate that excellent work towards the young people. I want to say, Mr. Kit, you continue to do what you continue to do, and once you continue to do good, God will always prosper and continue shining as a young lady. That in politics, you will reach higher heights, and you are a shining example for other young ladies to follow. So, Mr. Kate, I want to congratulate you. I want to congratulate you for your achievement in receiving your master degree. And as you continue to demonstrate the quality of work towards young people, Great Carriacou, Peter Martin, God blessing will be shower upon you. So, Mr. Kate, you have a wonderful day, Sheila, and you have a wonderful God bless.
All right. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you very much, caller.
I think we're going to hold on the rest of the call because Minister has to go, so we're going to hold on the rest of the call. So, now, Minister, you owe me an hour. You owe me an hour. No, I said it already. You owe me an hour, so you got to come back. It's not your fault.
It's
not your fault.
I actually spent 1 hour here,
But you're gonna have to come back soon,
yes,
because there's so much actually going on within your ministry.
Yeah.
We know there's a youth in agriculture program.
Yes.
That you all are seriously pursuing.
Planning. Yes.
Yeah. I heard you all are looking for some lands together with the NIS. Is that still taking place? Some lands?
We have identified some of the lands that we'll be using for that project already.
All right, so we're going to see more young people involved in agriculture and so on.
It is a collaboration between the Ministry of Youth and Agriculture.
And then your ministry has been working along with the Ministry of Health in relation to certain issues, Ministry of Agriculture, Ministry of Tourism.
All the different stakeholders that involve in training or any program for the youth. Only last week, Friday, Prime Minister called a meeting of all the different personnels who are involved in training for young people, so we can have a more collaborative effort and to avoid any duplication of resources in that field. So, we are working extremely hard. Sometimes people might say they're not seeing a minister, but the minister is always involved in some planning activities, something to bring about benefit to our people.
Any final words for today to the people of St. Andrew Northeast and to Grenadians in general?
Yes, I just want to say thank you again for the opportunity to serve the people of St. Andrew Northeast, to serve Grenada, to serve young people on a whole. I'm very happy for that opportunity. As I always say, that I will work hard. I will continue to work hard to bring about the benefit, serve to the best of my ability, and I believe that is what it's all about. When we work hard and we achieve for ourselves, Sheldon, it is not about us. It is about service to others, and I firmly believe that, and I'm committed to the cause, and I will continue to do so. Just before I leave, I just want to also mention that the UTAM, the leaders in the different UTAMs of the party, this time Sheldon, they will be meeting tomorrow for a leadership convention, and I will be there giving them some remarks and to encourage them. So, yes.
Well, I feel I'll go pass it down one day. I feel I'll go make a little pass.
Yes.
Folks, that's all the time we have with Senator Lord. Yeah, I'll go
That's
back. I'll go
okay,
back
that's
at 2 years.
okay.
Day. But that's all the time we've had today with the Honourable Kate Skeeter Lewis, our Member of Parliament for St. Andrew North East and Minister of Youth. All right. So we're going to be back in a short while with more hard talk for you. Don't move the dial. Don't move your computer. Don't even move from where you sit down, right? Yeah. Unless you're in the toilet, you could come out. Yeah, but stay where you are. We'll be right back. I'll go back.
Hello, my name is Michaela Williams, winner of the Festival of the Arts Secondary School Solo Pan Competition. And these are my colleagues.
We are members of the Full Comancheros Steel Orchestra, your current panorama champions.
Having won 3 of the last 4 panorama competitions in Spice Mass.
We are inviting you to Spice Mass 2019, especially junior and senior panorama, at the National Stadium on Saturday, 10th August 2019.
Come and enjoy the experience, the excitement, and the skills of the players of the various steel orchestra. Suzuki Pan Wizards,
Republic Bank Interlaps,
New Dimension,
Panacea,
Melody Warriors,
Rainbow City All-Stars, Grand Roy Pan Angels, Digital Florida All-Stars,
And of course, Flow Comancheros.
After Panorama, you can join us on the road for Juve and Parade of the Bands on Monday the 12th and Tuesday the 13th of August.
Spice Mass 2019. Don't miss it.
So tell them we proud of our country. Tell them we proud of our land. Tell them we proud of our
Information, huh? As my good friend Clifford Bridgman always says, you have to give people the information. Government need to speak and let people know, yeah? So we're making sure that you know what is taking place in all ministries. This week has been a very interesting week, yeah? We heard from the president of the youth arm, Senator the Honorable Judd Cadet, and he gave quite a bit of information about what is taking place with the youth arm and youth in general. We heard from our Honorable Minister of Tourism, on the stats for Grenada's tourism and many of the initiatives that are taking place. And now we've heard from our Minister of Youth with a lot of the initiatives taking place there. And one of the things that really stood out with me in that interview that we just did was the Empower program. Yes, we spoke quite a bit about the money because that has always been a talking point when you're speaking youth. But the Empower program, those 500 young men who right now, as we speak, they could have been on a block. They could have been on the block rolling a fat one. Just like, anyway, let me not say like who. But anyway, they could have been on the blocks right now. They could have been involved in some sort of negative activity. Planning to break somebody's place. Fighting with somebody. Or just drinking the day away. Young fellas. On the blocks. That's where they could have been right now. You know where they are right now? You have some that are doing aviation training down at the Maurice Bishop International Airport through the Empower program. Isn't that a good thing? Isn't that something to praise? Young men being empowered, so they're down there doing their training, and once they've completed, and this isn't up to government now to clinch the deal. It's up to the young men to clinch the deal for themselves. Government has provided the opportunity. They cut the track. It's for you to walk through it. The build the place for you is now for you to take the key and open the door. So you have the young men that are there. You have some that are doing now the heavy equipment repair and operation. And we see a lot of the excavators and so on around the island. Yeah, nearly any corner of the island you go right now, you're seeing an excavator doing some work. Excavator fellas, just check them stone when all you're moving them, and some of them is Carib stone. Check them carefully. Next thing you destroy a Carib stone there. Yeah? Carib stone could be worth millions of dollars. So careful. Right? But you have the young men. They are doing training in that area right now. You have young men again who are doing training in land surveying through the Empower program. These are young men that otherwise would not have been engaged in doing such things. But they have the opportunity now. So whether they get a job with somebody afterwards doing that area, or they are assisted through the WeiVybz program with that $25,000, no interest rate, not lower, is no interest rate, so that they can go and they can start their own small business. That $25,000 might buy the tools that they're going to use to fix tractor and so on. That might be the tools that they buy, that they can start their own business, put their food on the table for themselves and their family, and assist others, maybe even create employment for other people. They may start a company that could end up providing employment for other young people, other people in general, not just young people. But these are the initiatives that you're seeing being taken through the Ministry of Youth at this time. The scholarship component of the Imani program. We've been speaking about that component since 2013. And you are now seeing other young people who have come into the program and they have spent their time in the scholarship aspect who are now graduating. And these are graduating with bachelor's and master's degrees in areas like biology. In other words, some of them, if you're going to hire them as a teacher right now, you have to hire them at the proper grade, because they have a bachelor's degree. And those who have master's degree, if they enter the educational system now as teachers in the classroom, the salary will be looking real nice. Yeah? Or if they decide to start their own business, they can receive the assistance through the WeiVybz program now to start their own business. And you have the Youth in Agriculture program to encourage and engage young people in becoming involved in agriculture. We are going through the situation where we have that $200 million that we spend on poultry on a yearly basis as Grenadians. That's not the government fault. That's us as Grenadians' fault. We are the ones who are buying the chicken. You can't blame the government for you taking your money and buy chicken. We are the ones buying it. In 10 years, $2 billion worth of chicken, Grenadians, $2 billion. You know how much hospital that building, how much fire station and fire tenders that buying? You know what schools that building and how much young people that's sending to on scholarships and so on? $2 billion in 10 years in poultry products. That's what we're looking at right now. How can we make sure that that $2 billion, even if we continue eating chicken at the rate we're eating it, we have to make sure that the chicken comes locally. So that $2 billion stays here in Grenada, instead of goes to Brazil and goes to the United States and those other places. Then the Ministry of Youth also engaged the young people who were doing the fishing and so on in the nautical industry. Yeah, in other words, them who going out on the sea. So they did their seafarers training down in Trinidad during the Easter vacation. And they are back in Grenada now, and they will soon receive their certificates. So they can work on those bigger boats, the freighters and the container ships and all those kind of things. They now have the international qualification that if they want to get one of those jobs, they can. Or even if it's to operate a tuna boat, that they now have the proper training to safely do so. And the international certification so that they can do so. But yet still you have some people say government ain't doing anything for youth. Yeah? You look at youth representation, the Minister of Youth herself is a youth. And you have other youth representatives that are sitting in the Senate and so on. So we are on a good wicket. We are on a good wicket. And instead of some individuals trying to find faults and not offering suggestions as to the perceived faults that they're seeing, they perceive it. I don't think some of the things they say, I ain't seen it. But what they perceive as some of the faults, how do we work towards fixing them or addressing them? And addressing them, you don't address them by voting out the government. That's their band-aid for everything. Vote out the government. Get rid of the government. close down the program. I even heard one individual last night pour the traffic warden on them. The traffic wardens are out there doing their job. An individual going to call and say, cut the salary of the traffic wardens? If you want to make an application and say, okay, let's increase the salary of this category of workers, I can understand that. That's all fair and well. But why should you deprive one category of workers to bolster another category? That ain't making sense in my head. That ain't making no sense to me. But yet still we hear them coming with that sort of thing. Folks, the phone number 440-7377. We have roughly 40 minutes remaining on today's program. 440-7377 and 347-329-3101. Those are the two numbers for you to call and get onto the inside of today's program.
I am Grenadian. I am Grenadian. I am Grenadian.
And don't get it twisted, because those who are talking and who are saying these things, they know very well of a lot of what the government is doing for young people and with young people.
Proud Grenadian. Just tell them.
Some of them support an organization that's first order of business was to send 2,000 young people home. They can't lie for me and tell me to transition them into no Grenada youth. I was still in the ministry at the point in time, so they could lie for other people. They can't lie for me. Didn't transition nobody from Imani. They fired the whole staff, with the exception of me, because I kind of threatened them. Fire me and his lawyer time. And I had my documents, so couldn't fire me. But I was there. And there was no transition between people who were in the Imani program back in 2008 going into the GUP program. I'm the one that designed the logo for the GUP program. So I know. So they can't come and try this kind of thing they could try on other people. They can't try it on me. I was there. I know. I saw the faces of those trainees that had to be sent home by the NDC. The staff that was sent home during that period of time. And we speak about them. We don't often speak. And we don't speak at all about the people that were under the GTEP program during that period of time. The GTEP program that was providing that critical skills training for a lot of young people that was shut down by that administration. They ain't speaking about that. But they are attacking what is taking place now for young people. We have a caller online.
Sheldon?
Yes, me there.
I call back to say a special good morning to Miss Plenty. Miss Plenty in Cali and her daughter that's at work right now. I want to say good morning to that beautiful lady. Yes.
All right.
And I'm Sheldon.
Yes, me there.
You know, the minister gone.
Yeah, she's gone now.
Yeah, well, listen, you see how some people used to vote for? I sent you the NDC flag.
Yeah.
That a big man. He come and he put a band-aid, a band on my boot, stick it up, and he stick up a flag right over my clothes. But you know, I'm not answering today. I'm bigger than that. I'm just telling you to see how people has come here, right here, and to vote me, Sanga. You understand? Big people. Right?
You can't be now. If we get up on this...
I'm going to try to take the picture for me and send it for you.
I'm going to show the general public. I'm going to show the public who are looking online because
I hear you.
We're going to show the public who are viewing online because we do have the picture. We're loading it right now to show people.
Well, I wasn't saying it because I don't know. I will buy lunch time today for him. I don't know if you're hungry. If I get that money today, I'm going to buy a lunch for him. But I'm just telling you, and I want the public to hear, because when I speak, people will say, oh, I lie. This man always provoke me. And he come with a flag, he come with a NDC band, and he stick it right on me shop. Why am I bothering with him? You know? Devon is not in today.
No, he's not in today. The flu
all right. So I want to say, I know the lady was there and I was kind of busy. So allow me to say good morning to Mr. Watt and his wife, and Patty and Matthew. Matthew is backstage, and Mr. Bepodin and his family, and all the Grenadians out there. It is really nice today. In town is nice today. And hold on, what did you say? I don't know what you want. And we have Sheldon.
Yes, my dear.
Today is a beautiful day in Grenada. All Grenadians home and abroad. We have a beautiful today. No matter things kind of slow with us. Yeah, but we hanging in there. We hanging in here. And I have nice little things on sale. I have some of the PRG jerseys, match 13. The lady tell me if I could sell it out for $10. So anybody interested, they could pass and get. And I have some little children clothes, $5, $10. Yes, that is what I have today. And some money bags that help. You know, I like to help because we need help somehow.
Yeah.
You know? And so you have a blessed weekend. Everybody that is listening to me, have a blessed weekend. And let's pray for the little country. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you very much, my dear.
And I'm thinking, 20, have a blessed weekend, darling.
All right.
Bye-bye, Mr. Scott.
Bye,
and I tune in and everybody listening.
Okay.
Okay, and say hi to the busmen and them.
All right.
So get them Rex and them the Zack. When you don't say hi to them. Yeah?
I'll go make sure.
So say hello to all of them.
Okay, my dear.
KV and Zion and Rex and Fluffy and Ram and all these guys. Bara.
All right.
Yes.
Let's
okay,
Gabby.
bye-bye. You didn't have a blessed weekend. Home and abroad.
All right.
Nice sunshine. And Sheldon, before I leave. That's good.
And people who are looking online.
One of these days when you get a time, I would like you to take a drive up to Busheshu, that's where we live, and go and have a look and take a few pictures of the work the Chinese is doing up there. And you know, this morning I got up and I started to pray for these people because they leave the country and they come to help us here. So, Grenadians must know we have a lot of things the Prime Minister and his government is doing for the people in Grenada. A lot of people get nice houses just now.
Okay.
Nice houses. All right. Don't listen to the negative.
Later.
Don't listen to the negative people. Good things happening.
All right.
Have a blessed weekend, Grenada. Bye-bye.
Folks, yeah, man. And for those of you viewing online, pull it up again there, Mr. Selector. Pull it up. Yeah, oh, they could go and do that, man. You see, they go and they interfere with the lady, but I love it because Cammy is not getting on. She ain't getting vexed. She just say, look what they do. Because that is her business place. They go and they take the NDC flag. Yeah, and they go and they stick it up on she place because they're trying to get her upset. They're trying to get her vexed. But not only that, Cammy, the other thing they're trying to do is they want to give people the impression that you're supporting NDC. Yeah. They know that General Council is Sunday and they might be coming up to General Council. So understand the technical thing they're doing there, Camille Scott. What they're doing by sticking that flag there, they want people to feel that you are supporting the NDC, and then when you come up in the General Council on Sunday, they feel that NNP people go be stupid and start to cuss you and say, look, she had a big NDC flag on she place. Yeah, but then she plays, she committed NNP thing. They're trying to set you up. They're trying to set you up. That's what they're trying to do, you know. Understand the tactics and techniques that these people use and the strategy that they use. That is why they come and they put the flag on your place. They know General Council is Sunday. So they come and they put that there because they know Cammy mouth is one mouth that always out there and talking loud and saying it as it is. So they want you now to get cussed. They want people cuss you. So they come and they put the flag on your place now. So NNP person might innocently be passing on a bus or driving past and they see the flag on your place and they say, Cammy turn, Cammy gone back to NDC. That is what they want to try. But we're exposing them. We're letting people know. Good morning.
Good morning, Brother Sheldon Scott. How you doing?
Morning, Carriacou. How are you?
Well, everything is capacitic, man. Everything good to go.
All right. Beautiful.
You want some hot sun down there?
We getting enough.
You getting enough?
Yeah, man.
All right, yeah, man. We're getting some real hot sun up here.
All right.
So I just say, let me say good morning. Are they chilling all day?
Right, and we hope Carriacou is okay.
Yeah. We have a money quantify everything.
Boy, don't say that. It's out of season, so it better be one you had in the freezer.
Eh?
That better be one you had in the freezer and not one that you just catch, eh?
No, one in the freezer, partner. Now bring there for me. Look at me.
Okay, all right.
All right, take it easy,
brother.
bro.
Nice. Yeah, Manikou season closed. All right, nice. Yeah, so that's what they're trying on Cammy Day. They They want NNP people to come and cuss Kami innocently. That's what they're trying to do. That is why they come and they put that thing there, because they want people to feel, oh, Kami torn, or Kami supporting NDC, or Kami vex, or some kind of thing. That's why they do that. Yeah? Put her NDC flag on the woman place. She's not a supporter of the NDC. She's not. Yeah? I could talk for her. And she could talk for herself when the time is right. She's not. So stop trying to get... That is the desperation, too, of that organization. Any organization that go try to pull Terence Forrester on right now as the key person to speak at their general council. I mean, that to tell you. That to tell you. We have a call online. Good morning.
Yes, Sheldon. Good morning again.
Morning, sir.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate something I just said. That thing that they did to Kami, that was a deliberate and wicked act.
Yeah, they know what they're doing.
Right, by those things. And as you rightly said, the General Council is Sunday. They are trying to create a division, right, among members of the party, and in particular against Kami.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So you see how they operate. What a pity. What a pity.
You go leave quiet where you is. Come in town. Walk with your flag and your NDC band. And go and stick it up on Camille place. You know Camille's a NNP. In fact, watch. I feel like going over and get an NNP t-shirt and bring for her. And about 4 NNP flag.
Well, you know what? Well, they just they don't understand the kind of side they play. But that I to tell you how polarized, right, things are in Grenada when it comes to, petty things like that. Understand? But I just wanted to say that, today is a beautiful day, as Kami always say, and we will not let that deter us. And to all NNPites, all roads lead to Boca on Sunday for that massive General Council. NNP is strong and will continue to run Grenada, right, as long as the people, right, decide to give us the opportunity. We will continue to deliver. Thank you, Sheldon. Have a wonderful weekend.
All right, bro. And I hope you're coming out Monday. I hope you're better.
Yeah, well, he's coming out better. I still don't anything, but, by Monday, everything should be all right.
I know it goes.
All right, my brother. One love.
Bless.
Good.
Yes, indeed. And, hey, their village meetings continue. So for those of you in St. Andrews Southeast, for Sobeys, they are meeting next week, Wednesday, in Sobeys. I'll give you the exact time and location in Sobeys. For St. David, next week, Thursday, at the St. David RC School. St. Patrick, they are meeting next week, Tuesday. That's in Mount Rose. That's for St. Patrick East. The next week, Tuesday, in Mount Rose. And St. George Southeast, they're meeting Tuesday in Marion by Miss Doreen Shop. And they're meeting Thursday in the Bocas Pass by Pastor Smith Yard. All right? Nice. Just to let you all know what is coming up. So we have a caller online. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, morning again.
Well, listen, I am tired of giving Devon the Frenchman diet. So if you don't want to use it, that's his business. Now, Mr. Scott, this morning I was listening to the NDC Eagle's Eye program. That's the program that is hosted by Mr. Ken Jones. And you know what I'm starting to sense? The white flag is becoming quite evident. Listen to this. Mr. Jones this morning is quietly communicating to his audience that the NNP have it locked and that they will be around for a long time to come. But listen, while they are thinking that way, NNP is working as if they are the opposition, leaving no stone unturned and taking nothing for granted. And that is quite evident in terms of the many meetings that is presently taking place in the different constituencies as we speak. But listen to that last part. As I listen to them, losers' conclusion, that hear what they're saying. People are not voting for the NNP. They are voting for one man. I said, okay, no problem. Let's see what happens when Dr. Mitchell exits the scene and you all continue to lose all 15. Have a pleasant weekend, sir.
440737, and I have to check the overseas line and I find out overseas line ain't working. 347-329-3. In fact, the light's not on it. Yeah, 347-329-3101. That's the number for you to call to get on the inside. I think it okay now. I ain't sure enough. That ain't anyway. We'll see. All right. Yeah, somebody give me a call on the overseas line. Let me see what's going on. All right, nice, yeah. Lorraine, good morning to you and Louisa and Francisca. Hey, Chris, morning to each and every one of you. Yeah, so all roads lead to Boca on Sunday. It's the General Council of the new National Party. So delegates, yeah, you know what time you had to meet your bus. You know what time the bus go meet there. Carriacou, I hear all you coming down in numbers. All right, so looking forward to seeing you all. Carriacou and Petit Martinique. Nice? Yeah. So you have the delegates and you have the observers. It's going to be roughly about 200, a little over 200 delegates and around the same number of observers. They'll be there on Sunday. And then we'll have the ministers, different parliamentary representatives / ministers will be giving their reports on what has been taking place within their constituency and ministries. You'll be hearing quite a bit of information about what has been going on. All right? Yeah, so you know how it goes. Yeah, so they come putting up flag because they want to try. We just see them thing. I just see wrong a corner. So I know all they're trying on Camille. They ain't go work. They ain't go work. We know all they're trying. Next thing Camille walk in, they say, you see, she had a big yellow flag. Big NDC flag she had on. One thing, NNP people don't act so. And secondly, we know that is what they want to try. So we ain't going to do it. Yeah? It shows how much you're afraid of her. How much you all are afraid of her politically. For you to attempt to do that. How coward and desperate you are. Because only a coward and desperate individual will do a thing like that. So we understand the scene, brother. So we know what's going on, brother. Yeah? Sing a song, take your steel beam and go. Take your flag and go. Yeah. 440737, yeah? Folks, remember several activities taking place this weekend, huh? So this Saturday, the new National Party, St. George Northwest Constituency branch, they're having that health fair for women starting at 9 a.m. So it's a free women's health fair. So it is directed towards addressing issues affecting women's health. And they'll have an informative session there with Dr. Carol McIntosh. She has over 30 years experience in the field of obstetrics. You see, I just want to tap my tongue. Obstetrics and oncology. So they'll be doing tests and screenings and follow-up as results will be available. You'll get the results when they're available. So they have information sessions, welfare checks, they're checking breasts, they're doing pap smears, they're checking blood tests, everything. We have a call online. Hello?
Sheldon.
Hey, Gami.
What? The man put his hand there for me to purchase, so you want to fight with me.
But
yeah, son, I know that's the stuff because you know what he tell me? You know what he tell me when he saw everybody there? He said he takes about 2 whole night last night. So he wait for him to know what to come and do.
They know it. Yeah? It's part of a plan.
And even though I go in book and nobody can find things happening. So they have all of personality, they have to be able to defend. Because it's so easy to handle. I could pull it down, but you know why I won't take it off? I don't want no war with nobody. You understand what I'm saying? I'm bigger than that. I had with this when it was sticky there. And look at it there, it's wrong enough to take it and throw it in the garbage. But I don't touch in it. It's a piece of cloth and a piece of body stick up with. But right over my stuff, what I'm selling, you have all these things on top of me. Just to provoke me. And the other people are laughing and notice it's a setup.
Yeah.
I know it's a setup.
It's a setup.
Because when it's sticky there, and it's stick off, right? Where am I going to snap? Them are bangers. He put it inside there. I ain't making no noise with him. I ain't want to come out.
Here's what. Kami.
Because people want to know they do anything.
Here's what
right?
Here's what I'll
advise. Have a blessed day. I know better than that.
All right.
All right.
What I'd advise you to do, though, is let a member of the Royal Grenada Police Force or the management of the bus terminal know because what he has done is he has littered your compound. He has littered your area. Yeah? Because he has come to put his garbage onto your business operation. You know, sometimes they don't want people putting outside or can't. So he can't come from outside and just put thing on your place. You don't have to touch it. Just inform the police and the management there at the bus terminal. So inform the management at the bus terminal. This is what the guy has come and he's done. And if you see a police officer passing, you know they're pretty reasonable people. Let them know this is what the man has done. He's trying to provoke you. So anything happen after that, you are absolved of all responsibility. Yeah? Let them know. Don't just leave it there and all kind of thing and let them feel they could come and do you as they want. Make a report. Yeah? Make a report. Let the police officers know. And there's the police station right there on the port, on the I keep saying port. There's a police station right there on the bus terminal. You can go in and make a report. Or let one of the officers on the outside know. Alright? Yeah, then there's the cricket final, St. David versus St. Andrew South East. That is going to be taking place this Saturday from 2 p.m. at the Malmont playing field. Couldn't go Malmont last week, boy. Whoa, too much drama. Yeah, so this week, it'll be at the Malmont playing field from 2 p.m. That is the cricket finals of the Docks Challenge Trophy. So that'll be taking place this Saturday. All right? Nice. Beautiful. We have a call online.
Yes, brother. Senator Sheldon, how you do, darling?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you doing?
Everything all right?
Yes, for the time being.
Yes. Well, I want to say something to my wonderful, dear, loving sister. Satan is powerful outside. Satan is very, very powerful outside. You see what happened last week? Satan have one in jail. And Satan have one to bury. That's my grandson. So, be careful. So, Brother Sheldon, I'm going to talk to you after the program finish.
Okay, my dear.
Okay, Papa?
All right, later.
Love the baby.
All right.
All right.
Bye-bye. Yeah, but anyway, you see, but they do things like this because they don't want us to speak about certain things. So when they do that, they expect that Kami will not be speaking about the fact that the sword has been turned in Bojeju and that there are houses, the basic, she still call and talk about it because she understands. So there are houses, Chinese low-income houses being built in Bojeju. They don't want that discussion to be taking place. You know why they don't want that discussion? Because when they had the opportunity, they gave up 1,000 houses. So they don't want a discussion taking place about the fact that houses are being built. Yeah? They don't want that discussion. They don't want that discussion about houses being built in different places right now. They don't want to hear that the Honorable Alvin Dabrio, that he now is securing a place in St. John for his housing project. We have a caller online.
Hello, good morning, Sheldon. How are you?
Hey, I'm fine. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm just calling to give you a quick update and a reminder. Our Docks Challenge Trophy, the semi-final game was played last night between St. George Northwest, Prime Minister's constituency, and St. Mark. And it was a tough game. It was a wonderful game. And, of course, St. Mark came out on top. So they will be receiving the third place prize. Now, on Saturday at 2 o'clock, we're hoping to have our final game played. And that final game will begin at 2 o'clock. It's being played between St. Andrew Southeast and St. David. So that's also going to be a wonderful match to watch. We're inviting all of our supporters and, of course, our non-supporters as well, Grenada on a whole, to come out in their numbers and, of course, just enjoy the festivities with us. There will also be a closing ceremony and a prize-giving ceremony right at the end of those games as well. So we're inviting everybody to come out. I spoke to the St. David's office today, and they said the bar is solid.
Nice.
So
nice,
we're
St. David.
hoping that we get sold out by the end of the festivities. So that's just a gentle reminder for everybody.
That's St. David, the bar more solid,
Of course,
we don't play that, Yeah. Juice you want, you're getting juice. Coconut water, you're getting it.
Yes, that's true.
Anything you want.
Anything you want, all right? So
All right,
enjoy your day.
Same to you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
All
Bye-bye.
right. And folks, remember, you have the youth leadership. So the different constituencies, you have to send your youth representatives tomorrow. Yeah. And we have a list. So nobody ain't going and sneak in and say they have secret recording and all kind of thing. Yeah, try it. Idea, you try it. They well planning, all the people didn't know. They said they go send a fella, he go come in your son, he go come and tape. They go give him a little green t-shirt like you wear, like he look like one of them. Good luck on that one. Yeah? So they're having the youth forum tomorrow. So the work of the youth arm continues. And you also have the cricket competitions. We say congratulations to St. Mark on their third place in the Docks Challenge Trophy. So from 2 p.m. at Malmont tomorrow, you're coming up to the finals of the Docks Challenge Trophy. The reigning champion, St. Andrew Southeast, going up against, St. David. And they'll be taking the little knock. They're right there at the Malmont playing field from 2 p.m. tomorrow. So looking forward to that one. Hey, Wankin, good morning to you. Yeah, and I want to find out how the man doing. I ain't hear anything back from you. You're supposed to link me back and let me know how the gentleman doing. Well, you ain't tell me anything. All right? Nice. Good. So I want to know exactly what is taking place there. 440-7377. Yeah, they try to spin us into all sorts of discussion. Every week they're sending out all sorts of false news. Mama. They don't want you to know that Honorable Alvin Dabrio, the same man that has the St. John Medical Facility under construction right now. A facility that when Michael Church tried to build it, certain people and them undercut him and do all kind of thing to make sure that it was not built. They don't want you to know that the Honorable Alvin Dabrio is looking at 2 areas to do a housing development in St. John. They want you to know that. Good morning.
Sheldon, morning. I have in my possession here is a notebook with IT notes. But the student is from the student is from St. Mark's Secondary.
Name?
Her name is Ebony Julian, and all the notes on it is IT related. So they can contact us here at the hospital at 405-3618, and they can come and collect it at the security booth.
Okay, no problem, brother.
All right, 405-3618. And the name on the notebook is Ebony Williams. He's a student of St. Mark's Secondary.
Okay, great. All right, my brother. Thank you. Yeah, so anybody knowing Ebony Julian of the St. Mark's Secondary, remember, you get her to call 405-3618 so that she can get her notebook back. All right? Yeah, get her books back. Nice? Your IT book. And again, we say good luck to all of the students who are writing their CXC examinations or about to go deeply into their CXC examinations. Yeah, been there, done that, no distress. So just focus, Focus. Make sure that you focus. Yeah, right now in Carriacou, in Dumfries, you have the housing project taking place there. That's one of the main things you have taking place in Carriacou right now, along with many other projects. I saw the minister up in Petit Martinique sometime this week, looking at a retaining wall project, I believe it is, up there in Petit Martinique, and 1 or 2 other projects that are on stream for our brothers and sisters out there in PM, Petit Martinique. So several projects, but I don't want you speaking about that. So they find this week we've been speaking about all the positive things going on with the young people and so on. They don't want that discussion to continue. So they come now and they're trying to interfere with people to make that the topic of discussion.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, morning.
Morning, you're live caller.
Yeah, listen, something I want to talk about. Very important, eh?
Yeah.
Now, going to Mount Rodney.
Mount Rodney?
By the home now, on the beach. Now, I need government to really do something to that, like ASAP. Because I will be passing there every day, and what I tell you, what I see is,
They have a big drain going down to the end of the wall there, to the sea. And unless by the end of the year, if nothing will take place, the sea going to reach in the big drain. And when the rain start to fall not the rain start to fall, when the sea get rough, later on down the year, the water comes down going in the road. And I tell you very soon, if nothing done there, we will not know road to go on there. You got to pass somewhere else to go to the to Carriacou home.
Okay.
Yeah. So they need to do something, whether it's the second phase or the breakwater, but they need to do some dumping from thing because all the people on the beach front go wrong that side, being affected and passing there all the time. And not from protest, but others be passing there.
Yeah.
And I see what's going on. The trees falling and everything.
Okay.
Right?
All right, my brother.
Right, respect.
All right. So that's for the Mount Rodney beach area there. So I know my friends in the Ministry of Works are listening, so they'll do an assessment to see what is the proper thing to be done in that area, yeah? And then we'll get back on air and let people know what is being done to preserve that area. Nice? Good. 440-7377. We have roughly 10 minutes remaining on today's program. 440-7377. That's the number for you to call and get on to today's program.
Yes, man. I always...
Yeah, so the people that gave up 1,000 houses, they don't want you to know that St. David getting a pile of houses up in Corinth. They don't want you to know that. They want you to know in the villa in St. Patrick and so you have a nice housing project coming up there. That's the same people from in that Mount Rodney area that the caller just spoke about, that they've been given the opportunity to relocate from that area up to Mount Rodney, from Mount Rodney up to the villa in those new houses. They've been given first preference.
Some may say that the grass is much greener.
Because some people, they like to dwell on the negativity. And if they find that you're speaking positives, they want to get you into negatives. We've heard some wonderful statistics in relation to Grenada. A rise in the number of yachts. Yeah, if you look down at Port Louis, you realize that we're seeing some mega yachts coming into Grenada. We always have yachts coming here, but the type and quality of what we're seeing there, those multi-million-dollar vessels that we're seeing coming in at Port Louis, this same Port Louis that you see some of those people who call themselves political activists there was fighting against. And they can't tell me that we lie. I see one of them trying to say the other day, we lying and say they was fighting against Port Louis. Hello? It had cameras back in those days. And we have the recordings. Yeah? Some of us even have the newspaper clippings or articles some of you all write. They went as far as to say that you won't cause a volcanic eruption by building Port Louis. That is how far some of them went. But at the end of the day, now you're seeing it. When one vessel takes on fuel there, Nazim, how much money are you talking about there? When a vessel taking on fuel, how much money are you talking about coming into the Grenadian economy there? That's roughly about how much US, in US?
Depends on the size, about 8 to 10,000 US.
8 to 10,000 US to fill up one of those vessels and them. According to the big ones, yeah. The smaller ones could be a little less. Plus they're going in Foodland and shop. Yeah? They're going in Foodland and shop. Plus, they're also using the other services that are available, the laundry services, the cleaning services, the bakery services, all those other services that are available on Port Louis and the other ports around the island. They use all of that, ain't it?
The locals just have
Yeah.
the boats too.
Well, yeah, the locals are the ones that are cleaning the boat. They provide the cleaning services and so. So they are spending significant amounts of money. Plus, they have to pay for staying there. And you don't come and park up on Port Louis for free. You have to pay for the amount of time that you park there. Yeah, it's not just come and you feel like putting your boat inside Port Louis and you go and you park up there. You have to pay for the period of time that you're there. But you know what? There are people that fight against that, didn't want that for Grenada, but look at the benefits it's bringing in now. Millions of dollars on a yearly basis. We have a caller. Good morning.
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 Partner, you say 8 to 10,000 US for them big vessel?
That's what my partner they was saying.
Yeah, you started talk money for fuel.
He just started talk?
Yo, if you just started talk.
Well, you go know.
Them thing run close to $55,000, you know.
US.
US, yes.
Well, I don't know. That's why I was asking as he be in the back there. 45,000 to 50,000
Man,
US.
you just started call. You just started call. Some a year ago, a big fella take some fuel there. 2 days of fuel the man take. The truck up and down for 2 days. So I even could tell you how that cost. So you understand?
Wow.
Yeah. A small vessel taking 8,000.
Small vessels take about 8,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So the bigger ones is 45,000 to 50,000 US.
Yeah. Plus.
Just in fuel.
Just in fuel.
Just in fuel. That ain't talking about when they go buy Bridens and they buy in bulk. That ain't talking about when they go buy Foodland.
Not at all. In season, a visit could be upwards of $100,000 per visit.
Wow. Wow. So we had to try and get more of them to come.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. All right.
Enjoy your weekend.
Same to you.
All right.
Yeah. 50-something thousand plus for one of the bigger vessels. 8,000 to 10,000 for one of the small vessels. So a visit could be upwards of $100,000 that they're spending in the Grenadian economy. They ain't spend it in the Bajan economy. No. They spend it here. That they would not have spent otherwise, because remember, they might come in and they might go by my good partner. They might go by my partner there with the restaurant on Port Louis. Yeah, they might go by Randy. And they might decide we want a bottle of wine, Randy. We want a pizza, Randy. And they might eat a thing and they might say, we'll try some of your shrimp, Randy. And they go and they make a little line by Randy and Port Louis there and thing. So they're spending money into the Grenadian economy. They are spending money in the Grenadian economy. So we've been seeing an increased numbers of those visits coming into the island. Yeah? Increasing the numbers and the quality of the vessels that are coming here in Grenada. Seeing an increase in the cruise ship visitors to our island. And we heard the minister this week speaking about, and also we just heard Minister Kate Lewis speaking about the same thing, speaking about the community tourism, how you improve the facilities and the experience in the villages and give people that local Grenadian experience in the villages out there. And that's not just for the cruise ship visitors, but the stayover visitors, the people that fly in. You have more flights coming into Grenada. So you're going up to 6 by JetBlue pretty soon. And then you're going to end up with 1 daily, 7. You have a doubling up by JetBlue. Yeah? During the month of August, JetBlue doubling up. 2 flights a day. From August down to the first week of September, doubling up the flights. Because of the interest that's in Grenada. And that's not the government of Grenada saying, JetBlue, we want you to. That's JetBlue saying, oi, real people want to go here. Let's double up on the amount of flights that coming in. But some people don't want to have that discussion. Instead, they go and lie and manipulate audio to go and make it look like the manager of SVG Air say that they're pulling out a Carriacou. That's totally untrue. And I see some of them saying, oh, Carriacou used to take 19-seater plane. Let me tell you something, and learn this. Not because something was done in the past mean you can come back and do the same thing now. The rules change from time to time. They might tell you to land a 19-seater plane in Carriacou. Back in the 1990s, they may tell you that you don't need any lights on the runway or you don't need any certain type of telecommunication at the facility that it's being landed on. But in 2019, they might tell you need 3 fire trucks there. They might tell you how to upgrade your radio network. They might tell you how to put in lights on the tarmac. And so other than that, the international body will not give certification to your airfield to land that plane. So it's not a matter that the plane used to land there before and it could land there now. But in order to be certified internationally, there are certain criteria that facilities must meet. If you don't understand that, you have no right to be seeking to gain governance. Nazan, before we go, I see the people in Carriacou change the name of the program, boy. Yeah, boy. The people who in Carriacou that was carrying the name HARDTALK. Kim the King, you lie. You ain't change the name because you carry out no poll. You change the name because you realize the name Hard Talk Grenada is a registered name. You know that. So don't lie to your listeners. You mustn't be disrespectful and lie to your listeners. You realize and you heard from your sources, and I know who it is, that Hard Talk is a registered name in the state of Grenada. And therefore you cannot do a radio program by the name Hard Talk. And I want Carriacou people to tell him when they see him, he lie. He ain't gonna change the name of the program because he was talking to people and people said change the name. He changed the name because he knew for a fact that sooner rather than later he would have been taken to task for using the name of this program and trying to bring it into disrepute. Yeah? So don't come and think you change name because you lie. Feel afraid to say it? Curtis. Rena. Well, Rena, you say out of that. Curtis. Patrick. Let's tell him. He lie. Change name because you do poll. You change name because the name Hard Talk Grenada is a registered name in the state of Grenada. And it is illegal for you to use it. I could have taken legal action against you for using it. Tell the people the truth. Don't lie for your listeners. Yeah? We know you're custom line. And I could say that and you can't sue me. You're custom line. But don't lie for your listeners. And when it comes to the people at Carriacou, I especially bad for them. Don't lie to them. You lie. Oh, we did a poll. We changed the name because many people were calling it by that other name. No, ain't calling it by no other name. You lie. Hard Talk registered and you're afraid. Anyway, let me take the final call and then we're gone. Good morning.
Are they outside and hearing them call? Are they quiet in back? They cutting off at jelly, my partner. Will they cutting at jelly to drink something by? And I hear them call.
Just tell the man who was doing a program on Thursdays at the same time as this program, carrying the same name as this program.
Hey?
The man who was doing the program, Kim the King, who was doing a program called Hard Talk. He come and he saying yesterday, now he changed the name because people is saying that they used to call it the program by another name and all kind of no. He lie. Hard Talk is a registered name and he know he'd get in trouble.
So why change the name and say what?
Because this program is a registered program. It is legally registered. We have documents for this program, brother. Hard Talk Grenada is a name that's registered in the state of Grenada.
Okay.
And therefore, him using it, he was doing so illegally.
He using it illegally?
He was using it illegally and he know that he could get into some legal trouble again.
So I could tell him what you say?
Tell him I say he lie. He know that the name registered and that is why he stopped using it.
You know that he registered that
he knows so.
Your name?
He lie. Later, eh?
Right.
Okay, brother. Folks, that's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. Right, it's been an interesting week. We'd like to thank all our guests on the program this week, all the listeners, all of you viewers online, all of you who've contributed in whichever form or format to the program, our technical man on the other side, or my co-host Devon. We'd like to thank each and every one of you. And whatever you say and do it safe and secure. We want to be speaking to and with you and not about you. Love each and every one of you. Do enjoy the rest of your day today. Have a safe weekend. Remember, tomorrow, the Women's Health Fair from 9 a.m. at the Beaujeu Multipurpose Center. You have the cricket taking place in Malmont from 2 p.m. And also, the Grenada Gun and Rifle Association, they're out in Pearls tomorrow. They're out in Pearls tomorrow with their regional championships and at Pitiatang on Sunday. So if you got the opportunity and you can go around, eh? Nice, beautiful. And then on Sunday, General Council of the New National Party taking place at the Boca Secondary School. That's all the time we have for Hard Talk today. Do enjoy the rest of your day. I am out of here.
Stay up to date with all that's happening with the New National Party, NNP. Send us a message via text or WhatsApp on 405-8683 with your name, email, and constituency. Stay in the know with NNP. Get updated.
Financial Action Task Force issues public statement on risk of doing business with the Democratic Republic of Korea and Iran. Details to this story and more in the National Report. With the details to the news for Thursday, May 23rd, I am Rakisha St. Louis. The Financial Action Task Force has issued a statement advising entities to exercise watchful consideration when determining or establishing business relationships with individuals or legal persons from the Democratic Republic of Korea and Iran. A public advisory on the statement from the Office of the Anti-Money Laundering Commission in Grenada sets out actions to be taken and countermeasures to be implemented regarding foreign jurisdictions with anti-money laundering and counter-terrorism financing or anti-money laundering weaknesses that do not or insufficiently apply the anti-money laundering international standards. The measures include issuing advisories of the jurisdiction's non-compliance with the task force recommendations, including warning entities that are not regulated by the Commission that transactions with individuals or legal persons in the jurisdiction may run the risk of money laundering and terrorist financing. Other measures include limiting business relationships or financial transactions with the jurisdiction or persons within that jurisdiction and prohibiting an entity or professional from engaging in any kind of business relationship emanating from or relating to such jurisdiction. June 6, 2019 will see primary schools on mainland Grenada and Carriacou compete for the 2019 title, which has been held by St. Joseph's RC School. The semi-final rounds of competition was held on Thursday. NADMA's Public Relations Officer Oslin Crosby journeyed to one of the competitions at St. Theresa's RC School, where the defending champion secured their spot in the final round.
6 schools representing districts across the island, including the sister isle of Carriacou and Petit Martinique, will be competing on June 6th for the coveted title of NADMA's Primary School Quiz Champion at the Red Cross Conference Room. Schools in the districts of St. George, St. Andrew, St. Patrick, the Western Side, St. David and Carriacou challenged each other on Thursday in the semi-final round of the competition. Choosing one of the 6 semi-final sessions to attend on Thursday, we took our cameras to the St. Theresa's RC School in Vincent, St. David, where the defending champion St. Joseph's RC came up against host school St. Theresa's RC. At the end of 6 rounds of questioning on 5 hazards and 1 general section, the defending champs showed their dominance and sealed their place in the final. Team member from St. Joseph's RC, Philon George, says they intend to successfully defend their title this year.
I feel excited.
What can we look forward to from your team at the final come the 6th of June?
We will try to win again and be the defending champion.
All right, so you want to successfully defend your title?
Yep.
Have you learned anything from today's quiz? Anything new would have popped up, a new question or so, and you might have learned something?
No, not really.
Not really. So you guys are adequately prepared?
Yeah.
Your teacher covered all the areas?
Yep.
What do you feel about the quiz? Do you think the quiz is a good thing for students like yourself as you participated today?
Yeah, it will help children to learn how to prepare for disasters so when they can grow up into adults, they know what to do when hurricanes threaten Grenada.
Though they did not make it to the final, Yadid John from St. Theresa's RC said the quiz was a learning experience for him. St. Theresa's RC did not make it onto the final, but you guys would have given keen competition. How do you feel about your performance today?
Glad.
You're happy about your performance?
That you are able to get more than the others.
You were able to answer most of your questions, even though you did not win today. Did you learn anything, though, from the quiz today? Were there any questions that you might not have been able to answer, but when you got the answer, then you learned something new? Was it a learning moment for you?
Yes.
What household substance may be used to purify water after a disaster? What household substance may be used to purify water after a disaster? Bleach. Bleach is correct. Within how many hours to landfall is a hurricane watch issued? Within how many hours to landfall is a hurricane watch issued? 48 hours is correct.
A final score, St. Joseph's RC 315 points to St. Teresa's 265. Reporting, I am Oslin Crosby.
Thank you, Oslin. This is the National Report. We'll have more news after the break.
The excitement builds for the Grenada Music Festival 2019. 3 nights of pulsating live music and great food. The festival kicks off on Friday, June 7th with Rhythm and Soul, featuring Freddie Jackson, Carrie Hilson, Eddie Bullen, Jefferson Ramirez and the Solid Band, and more. Saturday is Reggae Fest with performances by Busy Signal, Maxi Priest, Kamani Marley, and a special surprise guest. The festival climaxes on Sunday, June 9th with Soca Fusion featuring the All-Stars with Blacks and Teddyson John, Patrice Roberts, Was Ways, and many more. General admission Friday and Saturday $80. Sunday you pay only $60. Limited early bird, season pass, and VIP tickets now available at GoToFet.com. It's the most talked about event of the year, GMF 2019. June 7th to 9th. Get your tickets today.
Welcome back. Prime Minister Dr. The Right Honorable Keith Mitchell has welcomed news of imminent service improvements by telecommunications service provider Flow. At a meeting with the Prime Minister on Wednesday, the new Vice President of Cable and Wireless Communications for the Central Caribbean, Mr. Magnus Tunso, said the company has made a substantial investment in the mobile infrastructure and will be moving speedily to provide long-term evolution service across the country. In welcoming the company's plans to install a series of antennas over the next few weeks to facilitate high-speed data connections island-wide, Dr. Mitchell said once the improved service is delivered as planned, the country will be better off. Flow is also migrating customers who have slower connections, providing them with access to faster internet service as part of its corporate social responsibility program. Still with news, St. Patrick has taken honours in the final round of competition in the Eastern Team and Community Together Quiz Championship held at the St. Patrick Anglican School on Wednesday. The quiz is an initiative of the Ministry of Youth. Permanent Secretary Norman Gilbert says strengthening community youth groups and encouraging togetherness is one of the mandates of the ministry as they seek to give the youth a forum for expression.
As a ministry, we are trying to ensure that we engage a wide cross-section of youth, not only the unemployed, the marginalized, but those who are also at communities who are looking for opportunities to express themselves. And being able to be part of this activity is one of the events that young people can have to express their talents and their abilities. So once again, I want to congratulate all the organizers, the participants themselves who made it possible. I also was very excited about the responses. I believe that the competition was very keen, and only one category would have determined the outcome of today's activity, and it showed that the competition was very close among the parishes.
The teams were tested on their knowledge of current affairs, Caribbean history, religious affairs, culture, and sports. Parliamentary Representative for St. Patrick West, Anthony Boson, commended the ministry on the formulation of a brilliant exercise to engage the youth.
You have been coming up with some very innovative programs to help our young people, especially our young men. And I'm very impressed to see the number of young men here, because we know that in almost everything now, the women have been, or young girls have been outperforming our young boys. And to see such an almost equal representation here to me is an extremely important sign that we are moving in the right direction and creating the kind of environment for our young men to develop themselves in a world that is becoming more troublesome and more socially unacceptable in some of the behavior. So really, this is very good. Ministry of Youth and Sports, I want you to continue along these lines.
Ministry officials are optimistic that the quiz will be extended to other parishes in the not-too-distant future. St. Andrew and St. David placed second and third, respectively. That story just ended the national report for today, Thursday, May 23rd. Let's recap the top story. Financial Action Task Force issues public statement on risk of doing business with the Democratic Republic of Korea and Iran. On behalf of everyone here at the Government Information Service who made this newscast possible, I am Rakisha St. Louis saying thank you for joining us. Until next time.
Hello, my name is Michaela Williams, winner of the Festival of the Arts Secondary School Solo Pan Competition. And these are my colleagues.
We are members of the Full Comancheros Field Orchestra, your current panorama champions.
Having won 3 of the last 4 panorama competitions in Spice Mass.
We are inviting you to Spice Mass 2019, especially junior and senior panorama, at the National Stadium on Saturday, 10th August 2019.
Come and enjoy the experience, the excitement, and the skills of the players of the various steel orchestra. Suzuki Pan Wizards,
Republic Bank Angel Apps,
New Dimension,
Panacea,
Melody Warriors,
Rainbow City All-Stars, Ranroy Pan Angels, Digital Florida All-Stars,
and of course, Flow Comancheros.
After Panorama, you can join us on the road for Juve and Parade of the Bands on Monday the 12th and Tuesday the 13th of August.
Spice Mass 2019. Don't miss it.
I really love it. 2018 was great. 2019, this will be epic. This is me, Scholar, 2018 Calypso Monarch of Grenada, and I'm inviting one and all to come down to Grenada for Spice Mass, the greatest, biggest festival in all of the world. I'm inviting you to the Mardi Gras, where I will be chasing after history. This year, the Mardi Gras, this will be the greatest Mardi Gras of all the Mardi Gras. All the bards will be coming.
I want to tell Mr. Killer, come over, the message to lava. Come over.
Man, if you want to win the monarchy, do head reduction surgery. The talk going around the tongue. Your head too big for the crown.
So listen to what I say.
Forget police CCJ.
So what are you waiting for? Just book your ticket and come down. Last carnival was real bacchanal, and this year going to be the mother of all. The boom boom going to ring. Heart is going to sing. Pam pam. Big up for Simon for his contribution.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Mass.
Well, foreigners from all over coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fats, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids, Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and the Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The Mardi Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest Juve in the world. Followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Another explosive celebration of cultural ecstasy has dawned upon us. One that every citizen, every visitor, and every nation has come to relish because of our unique carnival with its multiple diversity. I am Kemik DeGale, your 2018 reigning Carnival Queen. It has been a pleasure to share and embrace the warmth of your hearts. As we forge ahead to yet another immaculate experience, I invite you all to participate in the pinnacle of celebration on August 12th and 13th. Be amused by the traditional mass and kiddies carnival frolic. Come share in the harmonious sound of the steel pan, the sweet rhythms of the groovy, the frenzy of soca monarch, and the hard-biting lyrics of calypso. Majestic Thursday on August 8th will be a night that celebrates beauty and encapsulates women power. Oh yes, our famous World Juve noted for our jab jab, our electrifying display of light and mass on Monday night, and the showcase of picturesque fancy mass. Let's dig deep within our roots and cultural awareness and run with building another spectacular carnival.